Now, Unifor is opening contract negotiations with General Motors on behalf of more than 4,600 workers at 4 Ontario facilities. The union will seek to build on the wage gains as well as investment commitments obtained from Ford, although it expects negotiations with GM to be more difficult. Now, negotiations are scheduled to begin August 10th. Uniform represents more than 4,600 GM workers, and it covers facilities including Oshawa, Ingersoll, St. Catharines, and Woodstock. Now, Ford workers recently secured annual base wage increases of 3%, and the Ford agreement runs for 3 years. Now, Ford also committed substantial investments to its Oakville and Essex operations, and job security and future product allocations are expected to be major GM bargaining issues. Now, this transition to electric vehicles adds uncertainty to future plant employments. And this is all because of course, when it comes to the CUSMA agreement and the relations on trade between the United States and Canada. Now, Unifor traditionally selects one automaker to establish a pattern agreement and then seeks a comparable term from other Detroit 3 companies. Now, this year, Ford provided the initial benchmark. You had GM's production decisions will essentially establish an important to these communities that depend on these Ontario auto plants. Essentially, these Ontario auto plants affect jobs. It's the community. As you have the workers who work in these auto plants, well, the rest of the community relies on them, living in the area and investing really in the area. So this is significant because you have wages that, of course, do matter, but the larger issue is whether Canadian plants receive the products and the investments needed to remain open, right? To make sure that these workers are employed. Now, a strong pay increase offers limited security if the future of vehicle operations and productions move elsewhere, which we're seeing take place with what President Trump has been pushing when it comes to the auto industry and wanting to impose more US-made production of its auto industry. So now the union's real objectives will be enforceable commitments that protect Canadian manufacturer, but it's to be seen when it comes to the trade agreements between the United States and Canada.